Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am crazygingerjeff, and this is CreativeCraft. We are on episode 9, and today we are building a castle and also a little farm. When without further ado, let's get building. And we're back in the CreativeCraft world. Along with every other build, there is a playlist if you want to catch up, because I do recommend all the videos but that one. And I think they're all really good. We've got pirate coves, we've got Aztec temples, we've got tree houses, we've got a Japanese temple, we have a pyramid, we have a wacky big house thing, and from last build we have the cargo containers in the middle of a farm. This is my favourite, and I've been told it's other people's favourites as well, so be free to check it out. Now, I want the castle build to be like up on a hill, and where do we already have a hill? We have a hill set up already here. So I think if we just terraform off of that, I want it to go sort of that direction more. So I guess without further ado, let's get terraforming.
I can make this one.
Now, a word from our sponsor, me! Me, Sayaneku, and Sir Binks made a song. It's called Stay With Me, it's on his channel. That's it, back to the video. Now that the terraforming is all done, and I hope you like that, it took me like 2 hours to figure out how replay mod works. But I've kept this area stone to like better match the Pirate Cove area, which I think looks nice. But now let's map out where we want the castle. I want the castle to be up here, more specifically. So I'm gonna actually get red wool. I want to map out like the outer walls first. I feel like having like one of the towers be over the cliff edge would be kind of cool. So like here would be like the structural base of it, you know, something like that. It doesn't have to be too tall, I don't think. I think it needs to maintain like a good height, but not like overtly tall. Alright, green wall is going to be our wall, so if we just carry it around, alright, I think if we just drag the wall out a little bit more, I feel like here would be a good point to have like the gate. So if we just map out that we want a tower here, a little gap, another tower like that. Yeah, I like that. And then let's bring the wall around more. I'll say this one can be about that-ish height. So that's like the general mapping of where I want my castle. Because that's going to be just the outer wall. It will have like an interior like building as well. But for now, that's all we're going to do. So I'm going to quickly go build this wall up. and I will get back to you. So this is what I've got so far. I've done a light texturing. I've put moss on here. I might try and find something to blend that better. I've also added the moss coming from there onto the bricks. I've also added like stone around, and it looks like wear and tear on the actual castle. I don't know if it's like my shaders or what, but it makes it look like it's kind of indented slightly. I don't know why. I don't know if it will show up on the video at all. But yeah, I think that looks really nice. So obviously we gotta do like the stair trick, you know, where you do that, and it looks like it's the things on a castle. I don't know what they're called, but you know, I've got to go around and do all of that. But before I do that, I want to quickly make the arch with you guys for the gate. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to go up like that slightly. Actually, no, we want it to be a bit more grand than that. Let's do that, and then we start to arch it around about there-ish. Yeah, like that. That's cool. You know what? To be fair, that works by itself. That does. Then if we just do the bump thing, like so, boom, that's our entrance. Obviously, I'll make the terrain look a little bit nicer here and like patch up, but that looks nice. But what's a gate without a gate? So an easy strat is probably just doing that, because like from here it looks like that. And you know, that's all well and good, but I feel like we can make that better, surely. If we get nether brick fences as well, can we get away with... I mean, it might work, hold on. If I use dark oak instead of spruce, like that, and then maybe make the gate like a little bit thicker and probably match it on the other side as well. Does that look good? I mean, I like it, but do I want to keep it? We'll keep it for now. I might change it in the future, but for now I think that's alright. I quite like it. And look, now we've even got a walkway. So, you know, you can't complain. Alright. But I have had a slight change of plans, though, because what I was going to do, I was going to have, like, a separate building on the inside, and that was going to go up. But I might thicken the wall by 1, like that, and have a walkway going around, and then have just, like, the wall coming up off of that. I won't make it out of stone, though. I can make it out of, like... not quartz, because then it'll look like the Disney castle. But, oh, wait, what's another, like, smooth coloured block? I mean, we could make it pink. But there's not really many ways I could texture it, which is the issue I'm having. I mean, we could go Disney castle with it and just go white. Although, maybe a green castle would look cool, because that's, you know, our colour. Like, the channel's colour. Unless we go black. We could just go black stone. We'll try it. Oh, it's night time. Alright, we'll try it. I'll update all the walls and stuff to make it a little bit thicker, and I will get back to you. I've changed my mind again. Alright, so since I've like done like all the walls like an extra thickness, I think a central building would look better. However, I'm still gonna do it stone, but I'm gonna need something to differentiate it from the actual wall. So what I'm going to do is something that that's interesting. Okay, so what we do, boom, look at that. Right. Now, at the moment, that looks like it's blending in, right? We don't want that. We don't want it at all. So, what we do, we look, where's, like, roughly that area? Like, here-ish, right? Well, if we go to spruce, we can try and break that up by adding, like, a lip, right? Right? Now, bear with me. Okay. So now... that's now helped differentiate it. Okay, you get the point. Look, now that that's done that, but look, now what we're going to do with this, let me tell you. If we now, what we do, what if we do this, add like small arches onto the underside, right, to make it look like it's got more of an importance to it. I don't know, I'm spitballing here. Yeah, just something like that. Just to kind of try and split it up slightly. And then we'll do more work like up here. Like what we can do is if we go to stairs, we can go to andesite, we can go bump, bump. We should probably start it at that bit. Bump, 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 bump. Then what if we add like an extra lip of like building on top of that? Yeah, so look, bump, 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 give or take. Right, it's not gonna look like anything crazy at the moment. Just give it a minute, trust the process. Right. Obviously still doesn't look like much of a difference, right? But as soon as we add something like this, yeah, alright, we're starting to tie things in, yeah. Now we get windows in as well, like that. And now there's something more interesting going on. I feel like, I don't really know. Now back here, we've got like more of the same issue. Well, what I kind of wanted to do is what if we bring this out, yeah, and do some interesting stuff with it, something like that, to kind of add like more going on, to like fill up the like wall space, so then it doesn't look like it's blended in as much. That's my thought process. I have no idea if it's actually going to work. And then to make this like interesting still, we can make like arches, you know, something like that. Obviously I need to like fill in that, like, you know, something like that. Because I feel like that adds like character or something, I don't know. And then it could be like a wizard tower type shenanigan. Because like, hold on, if we give it like a lip like that, and then we add the, you know, the castle danglies, then we can add like a roof, you know, something like that. That's wicked, actually. Whoa, that's really cool. Yeah, look at that. That is sick. I actually really like that. Alright, I think I'm gonna add more. Okay, we need more dongly bits, more bits poking out. I feel like another one of those like sticky out bits would be useful here. Yeah, something like that. That looks good. And now what if we kind of cut like that and just make that a roof, and then on this bit we can just do that, and it'll look like it's like supported and stuff. Yeah, that looks really cool. Alright, yeah, I like that. And to be honest, we can probably just like cut it off there. We can probably just add these bits on the rest of it, and we can actually call that done. But obviously I need to, you know, texture it. Okay, after a lot of time, I've come up with this. I've done a gradient from the bottom to the top. You know, there's certain things that I forgot to, you know, do. But that's fine. If you don't like it, then, well, that's tough, innit? Because this took so long to do. And I've got to get this video out today. And the castle isn't the only thing I want to do today. So, yeah. So that's that. I have to do, like, you know, some of the floor, you know, some windows here and there. But other than that, that's done. So I want to focus my attention now onto what I want down here. I want a small like farm type thing, not like a farm like we have like way over there with the other build. I want like an animal type farm, just like cows, literally just cows. That's what it is. But I want to get a medieval house in. So let's get that going now. So the base of it, I feel like, should be something like that. Have a little extruding part coming from that. You know, just a simple little house. A nice little cottage, like so. There's, well, I said like so, like it's finished. It's not finished. This is not a cottage. This is a glorified grave. Now, if we get like supports like this, we can make it go out by one. Medieval like things, they really like doing this for some reason. They just like go outward a lot, which is. It looks cool, don't get me wrong, but like, why does it do that? And we can pretty much trace around the entire thing with this. And if you've been watching my YouTube shorts, you already know this technique of going about and doing this type of roof that I'm about to do. Like that type of roof. But I'm going to do like that. But you see now, actually, wait. I just had a thought. Okay, if we have that as our trim, does this look like at all familiar to any of you? Because to me, that looks like the like wheat roofs that like old houses have. They're like that type of thing. I feel like we could get away with that actually. Because I think that's looking really nice. Yeah, it's like something like that. That looks... I like that. I think I do anyways, I don't know. I feel like that's really nice. I like it a lot actually. But a lot of the like houses have this type of thing. They have like the supports like that, and then we could have a window sort of like that. I think that could look cool. Then if we have something like that as well, I like that a lot. I think I'm going to keep that as is. And maybe do like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, that's the plan. We'll have one window there, but then we could also have like a that type window as well. And have that there as kind of like blinds almost, and that's our like little farmer house. Boom, look at that. Then I want to get mud bricks. Let's get a chimney in. Boom, just something literally as simple as that. And if you'll notice, it's blowing the same way as the smoke is with the manor house, and also the same direction as the flag is blowing in the pirate cove. Alright, so now what I want to do is I need to build where the cows are going to go, which is really quite simple. We can literally just trace the area we want like the cow pen to be with walls like that, but obviously that doesn't look great, so what we do is we get like things like stone and stuff like that to kind of make it like look a lot nicer. But then if we keep adding things like slabs, the cows won't be able to get out, which is exactly what we want. You know, stuff like that, and if we mimic that literally all the way around, it'll look good. Now, you do have to be really careful that no cows can get out, you know, because obviously you can probably, like here, they can't do parkour, so I doubt they will, like, be able to, you know, do that. So, but, like, things like here, they can jump out of that. So, if I just change that to a slab instead, now they can't. You know, so it's things like that. On the outside, it doesn't matter what you do. Unless you obviously don't want anything getting in, but that's a whole different matter. Here, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to, number one, get rid of that. I'm actually going to put the gate here. You know, something as simple as that, and then boom, that's done. And then boom, just like that, we've got a cow pen, which I think looks quite nice. So then let's get some cows in. 1 moo, 2 moo, 3 moo, 4 moo, 5 moo, 6 moo, 7 moo. Alright, boom. We have got the moos in the cow pen now. Okay, well, for starters, we need to, you know, smoothen this a little bit manually, because if you do it by the tool, it'll probably mess everything up, because it just loves doing that to me for some reason. Alright, so now we can wind the path around into here, but we can also bring it around here, obviously to the actual cow pen as well. Oh, there's cows getting out. Oh no. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, this is why it's very important to double check that everything is in place. Otherwise, cows just get out, and that's not very good. Oh, sorry guys. You know what, you can stay through. Alright, back to the pathway. I've already set up, like, this bit to be more smooth, so the path can wind up here. Come around here, through here, and into the castle gates. Wicked. Nice. Boom, look at that pathway. Now, trees is the final frontier of what we need to do. So, oh god, trees. I will be copy and pasting them because I don't actually have a lot of time left before I've got to get this video out, and I still have to edit. So, with trees, you're just going to see them in the glory shots. So, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Damn, isn't that a nice sunset?